Hi you guys, it's Kim with Let Them Eat Gluten-Free Cake. Today I'm going to show you how to make these gluten-free Ladyfingers. Have you ever wondered how they're made? I did too, but they are really quite easy to make and they're actually so good just to eat on their own. But the whole reason I'm making them is so I can put them in gluten-free tiramisu, which I haven't had in years. And I can't wait to share that with you next. So let's get started on these wonderful cookies. In a bowl, I'm mixing together half the sugar and some egg yolks. Whisk that together until they're lighter in color and a little thicker, just to kind of dissolve the sugar. And then in the bowl of my stand mixer, I'm whisking together the egg whites. I'm going to whisk them until soft peaks form before I add in the rest of the sugar at a very slow rate because I want all that sugar to dissolve in there. So I'm adding like literally a teaspoon of sugar at a time. And then we whisk this up until stiff peaks form. And you'll be able to see the peak holds its shape very, very well here. That's when you know you have stiff peaks. And these are absolutely perfect. So we're going to take about a third of the egg white mixture and fold it into our egg yolk mixture. Just to lighten up the egg yolks initially. Then we'll take the rest of the egg whites and fold those in. It makes for a really light and crispy cookie. All these egg whites. Now sift the gluten-free flour and fine sea salt over the egg mixture and fold that in. By the way, as always, the recipe link will be below the video. Then fill a pastry bag fitted with a round tip. It's like a 1/2-inch tip. And start piping fingers about 3.5, 4 inches in length on your parchment lined baking sheet. And it's basically steady pressure with the piping bag, and then you release the pressure and lift back up and over. You don't have to be perfect, especially if you're using these for something like tiramisu. You're not even going to see them. So this here is a mixture of powdered sugar and granulated sugar. And I'm sprinkling this on before we bake them as opposed to after, because I read somewhere that before, if you do this before, it helps the Ladyfingers rise up and not out. And it actually works. I tried it, doing it after they're baked, and my Ladyfingers were much flatter. And you don't have to be worried about all this extra sugar that's going on the parchment. It's going to stay right there. You can actually pour it into a container and use it for the next time you make Ladyfingers. We'll bake these at 350 Fahrenheit for 14 to 15 minutes or until light golden brown, slightly risen, and maybe cracked on top in a few places. And at first they're very soft, but after a day or two of sitting out at room temperature, they become nice and crisp, perfect for dunking into coffee or for putting into tiramisu, which hopefully will be my next video. So enjoy!